Mining Indaba.
Good morning, Naledi. So day 3 has also got off to quite a busy start in such that we've decided to just take a walk here at the exhibition center and visit the South Africa stand to see the role that technology is playing in streamlining mining processes and also making sure that, mining industry is keeping up with trends of automation, keeping up with trends of innovation and as well as technology. I've caught up with Mintek here in South Africa to speak to the executive manager for mining, Ms. Constance Nechifefe. As you can see, the table is quite busy, and I'm hoping that she'll be able to take us through what exactly is that they offer to the mining industry to be able to make sure that the services of the mining industries are streamlined, the processes are working well, and they are catching up with what the rest of the world is doing. Ms. Nechifefe, thank you so much and welcome to SABC News. Take us through what you do as Mintek and what your contribution is to helping the mining industry.
Good morning to all the viewers. Yes, Mintek is one of the very important state-owned entities with the core competency in the value chain of the mining industry. And I'll actually explain in a context that will give you a picture of who we are. We are really well known because we have been there for many years. For many years, we have built the sector with all our core competencies and skills. Now, I would like to mention that we are a research council. We develop technology for the mining sector, but we don't just develop the technology for the mining sector. We are also responsible for making sure that throughout the value chain of the mineral industry, we provide support and services. And I can just break it down a little bit for you to understand. With our endowment of minerals, without a company or an entity that will be able to analyze, characterize, extract, and as well doing the various studies that will make sure that we move from the concept to the minerals that can be used in the industry. And that's who we are in short.
Earlier on off camera, you and I were talking about that the fact that we are such a big producer of platinum, this actually gives you a leverage in terms of things that you can do. And you are wanting to show me what exactly you have here. We talked about how the president spoke about battery cells and the role that they are playing in the future. Please do take us through your table and what are we seeing here?
Well, I'll just give you the high-level information because our experts are on the work to make sure that we don't just talk about the future minerals, but we also talk about what is really important in making sure that we make use of this to create technology that will save us from the various issues that we have. I think energy and renewable energy today is the buzzword that is going, and it's a concern for everybody. So I told you about the fuel cells program that we are very much interested in, and we are actually working on. If you come to Mintek, you come to the gate, you'll see we are already doing a scaling up project to ensure that we produce the green hydrogen, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. What is our most important input mineral? It's platinum, using platinum as a catalyst to produce green hydrogen.
Yeah, so show us what is, yeah.
Okay, so I will maybe just show you here because now the biggest thing here will be the storage, what we're talking about. This will be the membrane that we actually, we call it MEA. It actually allows, hydrogen to come in, and then we kind of work on a reverse process to ensure that, we produce electricity and we store it. So that's exactly what it is. You talk about platinum plates, all this kind of stuff work together. It's a process up to the end where you kind of don't look at this part because it's a different process that, has got nothing to do with the fuel cells. But I think in short, if I were to use the layman term, is that we are using the platinum as a catalyst to produce green hydrogen. So we use renewables like solar and wind. So when solar and wind is coming, then you produce green hydrogen, which is then used as a storage. So that's exactly how the process works.
Right. There is another table. I hope that my colleagues will be able to afford me a little bit of more time just for you to show us this. Is it a cyanoprobe? What does it do?
Okay, cyanide, will need to be controlled in your maybe gold production and so forth. So we have equipment. This is from a division that is called that is called measurement and control. We are controlling some other elements that coexist with our minerals that we are actually looking for. So now this is one of the flagship project that we use to support the industry. So we are not just doing research for the sake of keeping it there or just passing it on. We also use this in the real production space where you do measurement of certain elements like cyanide, and then you control it. So that's what this station is all about. And I would also exclude certain part of this because we're kind of displaying a lot of other processes. This is on the analytical chemistry side, which is one of the biggest support and services that we provide in analyzing different minerals, starting from conceptual space where you want to study and know what minerals are there in the kind of ground that we are studying or investigating. So many companies do bring samples to analyze. We do also have reference materials that are actually the reference materials that are used globally, because we are a lab that is accredited and have all the core competencies to be trusted.
Yeah. As I wrap up, have you been having a lot of people coming to us about the services of Mintek from other African countries who want to use the services of South Africa?
No, certainly, because we are tested, we are tried and tested, and we've been inundated with a lot of questions and seeing how can we collaborate with some of their departments or even state-owned entities to ensure that we help them in understanding certain things that they might not be at our level. I said Mintek has been here for a wide range, for a long time, and as such, anyone would want to associate with Mintek to make sure that they grow their industry per se. And one other thing that many other African countries have been sending samples to South Africa. At the moment, what they would like to see is to build their own, laboratories that can do the same work as Mintek. And I think what is very important, I haven't left this one out, as I mentioned that we work across the value chain of the industry, starting from the market studies, starting from the feasibilities, and up to the end where we do environmental management. And I haven't spoken about the project that is on my right, and I'm taking advantage of this
I can see that you are, but thank you so much. It's great to know that as South Africa we are able to be leaders when it comes to things like this. Naledi, there you have it, Mintek telling us and showing us, giving a good demonstration. I must say I didn't understand most of the things they were saying because they were quite technical, as you can see. But thank you so much, Ms. Constance Nejifefe. She's the Executive Manager for Mining at Mintek, and we have been visiting the South Africa stand to see what Mintek is doing, what services they can provide to the rest of the continent, and she has explained it quite beautifully and summarized it comprehensively. With that, we'll take you back to Johannesburg, where we'll go for a short break and more news will follow right after that.